Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I'm MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. I am back again with another pick a card, and for today's video, we're going to be looking at what's coming in for you in love. I thought that would be a good idea since we have February 14th coming up, Valentine's Day. So I just want to see something for singles or just people who are looking for a new relationship, see what comes up for you. So use my pre-shuffle these cards for you. These are going to be the only oracle I'm going to be using, but I'm going to be using two tarot decks actually. One of them is I believe it's called Sexual Magic. I always forget the name. Tarot. This one is a little bit explicit, so I'm letting you know if you're uncomfortable with that. Even though the reading, I don't intend it to be 18 plus, I am going to be using that deck. If something 18 plus does come up, I will mention it, but I'm not intending for it to go that way. Also, you have these charms right here that even though you didn't see me pick them on camera, they're from my Magpie Oracle. So these also have meaning, so I'm going to be interpreting those as well. And lastly, we're going to be getting some angel numbers for you. General synchronicities, that's what we're going to be looking at, okay? So without further ado, let's get into your pile. So for pile 1, you have the Clover. For pile 2, you have Saturn. And for pile 3, you have the Rabbit. Hello for pile 1 with the Clover, that is your reading. I actually forgot the name for Clover and I had to stop and look it up. Like what I was doing, the intro to the piles. So like I said, I was going to be interpreting these. As you can see, these Clover, I always like that the little leaves are hearts. They look like hearts. So the first thing that came to mind when I looked at this charm regarding the reading about love, you may have more than one option in love coming up. I'm not saying that it's specifically a third party situation, but that could be it. But I'm just seeing more than one option here. And also the Clover is just generally lucky. So I feel like you're gonna, what's the thing that they use? I'm forgetting a lot of shit today. That idiom about hitting the jackpot. There it is. Hitting the jackpot. I found it. I forgot the idiom. So we are going to put this away. I'm going to look at this at the end. And we're going to shuffle these first. So the reason I got those cards is because I intended to. Those have Zodiac signs. So if a Zodiac sign comes up, that's just going to be like an extra piece of information. But we'll see. So I'm going to be using this deck first. This is the Force of Enchantment Tarot because I want to see. I intend to use this one as to how you're going to meet them. And the Sexual Magic Tarot, I intend to use it to see who it is specifically. So let's see how you're going to meet this person. I'm going to shuffle both of them now and get all the cards. So if you want to skip that, you can do that, or you can watch me shuffle. Okay, so let's see how you meet this person. Jesus Christ, that was really fast. That is the Justice. So you got the World, Justice. I did notice this one came out reversed, but I don't read reversals, but I'm keeping it in mind just in case. How did you meet this person? How does pile 1 meet this person? Now that one came out in reverse for real. That is the 5 of Wands. Okay, let's see who it is. Who is this person? Or persons in your case, I suppose. Oh my god. Well, we got 3. So 8 of Cups, the Emperor, and the Star. So right away, I'm going to address these two cards first because they are the ones that flipped, in my opinion. So, well, not in my opinion, they flipped. This one I put it back up because I thought it wasn't supposed to be like that. But this one, when I actually grabbed it, it was reversed. But this one came out reversed as well. I feel like what this is saying in terms of how you're going to meet this person, and the fact that I got there may be more than one person involved. Maybe you are going to get into some type of relationship, or you are in a relationship or recently coming out of one, where you felt mistreated by this person, or like what I'm hearing is that it's almost like they had, or you felt like they had more to offer, so it's kind of like they let you down in a way, so you kind of expected more from whoever this person is. And to me it feels like you may meet a new person, or you have met with them already, because I'm asking for new love doesn't necessarily mean that you haven't met this person. If you were with someone else, let's say that you meet this person, it's feeling like you meet this person while you are in conflict with somebody else that you're also romantically involved with, or would like to be involved with. So the way you meet this person is like after an ending of some sort. You have the world here, so it may be the ending of an actual relationship that you're in, and that's when you meet this person. Or it could be as well that you actually are going to get into a relationship, come out of it, and then meet someone else as well, because again, they keep giving me more than one person here. But with the huntsman, that here is the justice card, the way that it came out kind of reversed, but I technically felt like it wasn't supposed to be like that. I just fixed it. I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to get justice. You're going to receive what it is that you deserve. And you won't be like mistreated or let down by this person. They just said to keep an open mind. So maybe this next person or people in your life, in your love life, they may be slightly different from the type that you usually go, the type that you go to, or the type that you usually like. So they want you to keep an open mind, not disregard this person just because they don't really fit. They say your fantasy. They don't exactly fit your fantasy, or they don't fit the general description of a person that you would like, or at least they don't appear to fit it. Because the way that I'm hearing this is that this person, kind of like at a first glance, they don't look like the type of person that you want, but once you get to know them, they actually have the qualities that you would like in a partner. So if you're looking for someone who is loyal, someone who is sweet, someone who knows how to listen to you, all those things that you want, they are actually this type of person. But it's like either they don't look like it, or they for some reason give you the wrong impression of themselves. Maybe it can also, I feel like I could also interpret this like you meeting this person and your first impression of them is not good. So it's kind of like starting off maybe with the wrong foot, but then along the line that kind of gets fixed. So that can be a scenario here as well, because I'm kind of getting different things for this file. Now, in terms of who they are, again, with this 8 of Cups, like it really does feel to me like coming out of a relationship. So there's someone that you're kind of leaving behind that you don't really want, or this may even be the same person, because I see here in the 8 of Cups that this woman is kind of rejecting the man, like, no, don't fucking touch me, bitch. It feels like, she is rejecting him in a way, his advances. So maybe you are going to reject this person at first. If it's not this person, it could be another one. So just keep that in mind. But in terms of who they are, they're a very strong person. Right away here, I have the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries energy. They may come off as slightly forceful, but I feel like they are just they get very excited. It's like a puppy. You know how puppies, they get to a certain point where they're really big, but they're still puppies, so they don't really realize the strength that they have. It feels like that. Like they get so excited that they're not really aware of the effect they may have on other people, or the fact that they may be slightly intimidating. They're just living their best life. But with the Emperor as well, especially in this deck, he has a phallic symbol in his hand. So this person may have like a lot of sexual prowess. They may be very, in the bedroom. So, but just overall, I feel like this is a very, especially sexually attractive person, or they're just attractive in general. At least someone you would find attractive. But I feel like it's not that you're not gonna find them attractive, but I also feel like they're just attractive in the general sense of the world. They may be conventionally attractive, but they're also attractive to you. I just said attractive like 100 times. Take a shot every time I say attractive. Yeah, and also this is calling my attention to something back here. What is that? Ooh, I didn't realize. So the thing that I called my attention to is this little like fountain thing going on in the back, and the fountain is a woman. And it looks like he's not actually looking at the fountain like the way it's painted. He's not looking at it, but to me it felt like he was looking at it. So there's someone that maybe at first may look at you from afar, or they may just be very enchanted by you in every way. So they may be kind of, it's almost like being starstruck. It's not that you were a celebrity, but it's kind of like that feeling. Like they see you and they're like, whoa. They give me this image of like Fred from Scooby-Doo, like from the movies of Scooby-Doo. They kind of gave me the image of him. So it's maybe this person is kind of like a jock type person if they're a man, or a himbo or a bimbo, someone that would be categorized like that. But they kind of like, they're very attracted to you. And also with the star here, I'm noticing like this is someone that I just saw something. That's why I stopped. I saw like someone I saw a woman specifically. You don't have to be a woman. They don't have to be a woman, but it's like, I just saw someone kind of reaching towards another person and kind of saying hello, but in like a very forthcoming way. They did this with their hand. So it's kind of like extending their hand, like to introduce themselves, like, hello, I'm so-and-so. But it's like very cheery, very animated. So it gave me kind of the impression of a flight attendant. So maybe this person is like a flight attendant of some sort, but it kind of was this gesture kind of to introduce themselves. So they may actually approach you first. Even if they're looking at you from afar, they may like look at you and be like, okay, let me go up to this person and talk to them. They may be like it's called a flight attendant, right? I forgot the word completely, but yeah, they may be like a flight attendant, or someone that works in customer service of some sort, or maybe you meet them, maybe you work in customer service and that's how you meet them. Maybe they come in for like a service or something. But it really gives me this idea that they see you from afar and then they approach. So you may not actually see them until they come up, and maybe that's why there's this initial reaction at first of like rejecting them, because they're like, oh, whoa, you're coming on too strong. You may feel like they're a little bit weird at first, so you may be cautious around them, which is good. Be cautious. Some people are fucking weird, right? But I feel like it will develop from that. Okay, so let me look at this card, and we have, oh, of course, I was talking about Aries and Leo. It's a fire sign. They are usually, fire signs are associated with people that are very kind of optimistic. They are open. They tend to be extroverted. So yeah, this person, I feel like they may be kind of like a social butterfly. They're not shy. Like the bottom line is they are not shy. If they like you, they're going to tell you and you're going to know. Like even if they don't tell you, you will know. Okay, so you have don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. So they may be a Leo, you may be a Leo. This could be also like the phase of the moon under which you meet them, like astrology wise. We just had a full moon in Leo, didn't we? So if there's someone that you know already, they think you know, pardon me, you may have met them during this time. I'm still sick, so I still have like a raspy fucking voice. I got strep throat. So let me put that right there, because this is definitely not someone that is likely to let you approach them first. Not because I don't like it, just because they're gonna do it first. So, and also what I'm seeing is, like I said, you might meet them when you're offering a service and they come up. So it's kind of like at a public space. It doesn't feel like a party, because sometimes, people are like, okay, so you may meet them at a party, but to me, it doesn't feel like a party. It just feels like there are other people around. So it's kind of like a social-ish event, but I don't feel like it's necessarily a party, because everything that I'm seeing is pretty calm. So like it may be like a business thing. Maybe you go to I'm hearing development, like development of what? It's kind of like something like a workshop, or maybe a job thing that you're supposed to go to, and it has to do with networking or something like that. Because like I'm saying, it doesn't feel like it's a party. It feels a little bit more formal, more chill. Yeah, and that may explain also why something kind of like a uniform. So it may relate to your job or their job. But yeah, it feels like a generally social situation where you meet them. Just not like, I wouldn't say at a party. I wouldn't say at an amusement park. I would just say like something a little bit more serious. That's something that you go to for business, not for pleasure. You know what I mean? Something like that you're like meh about, and most people are meh about. It's not necessarily a social thing. A very like upscale, intense thing. It's a social thing, but I said it wrong. So let me get you some numbers. These numbers you may see when you're going to meet them, or they are related to them in some way. It could be birthdays, your birthday, their birthday, the day you meet them, something like that. So let me see. This may be a little bit loud, so just letting you know. Let me see. So you got 3, 5, 6. You are free to move these numbers around. You can like put them together, get like a final number, look that one up, look them up individually, add them up however you want. There may be a lot of numbers here for you, but generally 3, 5, 6. 365. That's like a year. So maybe they're giving me like a year. Like maybe there's someone that you meet in like a year. Or that's interesting. 365 days. Right? Isn't that also a movie? I hope it's not like that movie. Like if it's like, no. If you saw that movie, you know what I mean. But yeah, that number, something about a year. Maybe they're a year older. You are a year older. Maybe you meet them at the end of the year, or something of that nature. But I just found it interesting that that's the number that you got. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. EST. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do love my episodes of the channel over there, and also in my community tab. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. I was going to say something else, and I forgot. It was never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I was going to say something else, but lost it. I wish the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Here we go too with the Saturn. This is your reading. So, like I said, I'm going to be interpreting these for a second, because these are part of my Magpie Oracle, just like a little charm set. And with the Saturn here, this is one of my favorite charms. Most people, they see Saturn as like this very intense planet that's kind of scary, but I really like Saturn. Maybe it's because it's in my first house, but my life is rough when it's in my first house. But with the Saturn here, Saturn rules Capricorn and Aquarius, so this may be significant signs. They could be your sign, this person's sign, maybe the time under which you meet. So perfect for February 14th, which is Aquarius, right? So you may meet them literally around the time of Valentine's Day, but it could be other things as well. The main thing I see with that charm is that either you or this person, but I would say specifically this person, they may be older than you, or simply be much more mature. They may appear older than they actually are. But generally I'm feeling like they may be older than you. It may not be by a lot, but I feel like they are actually like chronologically older than you, but take it as it resonates. So I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna see this at the end, and we're going to start with the cards. You can skip this part if you want. because I'm going to be shuffling this deck specifically to see how you meet this person in general, and this deck to see who they are. So I'm going to shuffle both of those decks right now and get your cards, okay? So let's see how you meet this person. Also, something I heard, let me wait because I don't know if I skipped the part, and this is important. So don't be flipping on me. This is the second time that happens with this deck. So Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, and how you meet this person, the High Priestess. Okay. And who is this person? Who is pile 2's person? So 8 of Pentacles. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. The High Priestess again! The High Priestess again! What the fuck? Okay. So Alright, so what I was gonna say, let me say that first before I forget. Before I started your reading, I started hearing the song Adore You by Harry Styles. That is actually one of my alarms, but none of my alarms went off right now, so I thought it was my alarm, but then I was like, that alarm is not due. It's literally due in the morning. So that song may be important, it may have an extra message. Also, I'm going to say this because that alarm usually goes off when I have to take a specific pill, so if you're using contraceptives, don't forget to take your fucking pills. Like, that's a message from above. Don't forget that shit if you're not trying to get pregnant. But yeah, that's the first thing I was gonna say. The second thing I was going to say, this wanted to flip, but you literally got the wise woman in this deck is the High Priestess. You got the High Priestess twice. But that's so weird. So this reading is giving much more Capricorn energy than Aquarius energy to me. The way you meet this person, I have the wise woman here, but specifically the way this card is represented, there are two kind of pathways. So you may meet this person when you are at a crossroads of some sorts, or you are trying to decide where to go next, how to proceed when it comes to something. And maybe they're older and you may go to them for help in some way. Or so when I say you may go to help, you may go ask for help from them, and that's how you meet them. It may be that this person is some type of coach, or maybe the way that they're framing this to me, you know how when you work, pardon me, I'm still sick, still coughing. Some companies have a department, maybe not all of them, but I know that some companies have like a department that is support to another department. So for example, the company my mom works for, she works in like the customer service area, but she has like there's another department that can help them if they have any issues. So for me, it feels like that, where it's like you contact this other person for a specific reason, but they have to, the thing is that they're gonna help you in some way. They may be, it's not that they're superior, it's just that their job, it's kind of like maybe helping you. This may not be literal, this could be a job. Like, you might beat them through your job in this way that I'm describing. But this could also be just in general that they're going to help you a lot. So they're going to guide you a lot. And I think that very fits with the Saturn here, because Saturn, like I said, usually represents an older male, because Saturn is like the father. So they usually have a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge, and they tend to guide people kind of like a strict father. So that's kind of like how Saturn is described. So I'm not saying they're super, super old, but it feels like they're going to help you in some way and guide you through maybe things that you are not necessarily an expert at. So it's kind of like their support of some sort. That rhymed. So I have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords, and there's this huge difference between these two cards. So you see the Page of Cups, and it's like this kid running through the forest, but she's super happy. She's not worried about being lost. It's raining, everything is green, right? But then you come to the Knight of Swords, and the forest, there's no leaves. It's all gray and black, and he's kind of like on guard, like he's ready, right, to fight or something. So I feel like, even though I drew these cards to see how you met them, I feel like what they're saying to me, it's again emphasizing this thing where one of you is much more mature than the other, or maybe older. But there's this dynamic of someone being more kind of innocent or just inexperienced in some way, and the other person being the opposite. So you guys may be polar opposites in many, many ways. And I'm seeing like this may create some tension at first, because what I'm seeing is two people kind of, you know how in anime sometimes characters glare at each other and there's like a little sparkle of electricity, like they're mad and like there's like lightning going between their eyes. That's the thing that they just showed me. So you may have like a little bit of a confrontation at first in some way. Maybe one of you is more of like a bratty type of person where like, you can't tell me what to do, fuck you. And the other person is kind of trying to tell you to do something. So it feels like that. And I don't know why. But I do feel like they are some type of support. They are kind of like more in the sidelines, but it's not necessarily because they want to be there. It's more like that's their job in some way. I keep going back to a job, so it's more than likely they're going to be meeting this person at your job, like through your career. Another thing that I'm saying that is possible, some universities, specifically my university, they have kind of like academic advisors. It's just that type of stuff, but they are not like actual staff. It's kind of like their students. So some students themselves work as advisors for other students, right? So that may be the way that you meet them. I don't know how legal that is. I don't know if that's like allowed, like for you to have a relationship with someone like that. But at least this is how you're going to meet them. So from there you go, you do what you do, however you want to do it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Just be careful. Okay. But it feels kind of like that. To me, it's like you go to them for help, or you go to ask for help about a specific thing and they're there. Okay. So Jesus. So in terms of who this person is, I don't know why I wanted to do that weird accent, but I did. Southern, maybe they're Southern, like from the south of the US. Maybe they have a slight accent, regional accent that they have. So I do have a small Southern accent because I do live in Florida, but I don't usually go that hard. So just, that was weird. So this person is very much a hard worker, and I don't say that just because of Saturn right there. I have the 8 of Pentacles, I have the 3 of Pentacles. So this person, they are stable, okay? And if they're not completely stable, they are working towards it. So this is the type of person that they always have a goal in mind. They're not the type of person to kind of wander around aimlessly and just spontaneously do something. They kind of always have something in mind. They're not like, they don't really relax. Maybe I don't feel like they know how to relax very well. That's maybe something that you help them out with. They just showed me Taurus. I don't know if it could be another zodiac sign for you. It has nothing to do with Saturn. I just heard like Taurus. There's also like could be a last name like Taurus, like Torres, like that last name. That's like a Hispanic last name. Maybe that's one of your last names. Don't be giving me information that could like dox people. Please calm down. So that may be a last name, or even I'm hearing maybe in the name of a company, something like that. But yes, they are hard workers. They are this person, they may be very slow. So they like, let's say that you start with that little tension going on, and as you start developing feelings, and they do as well, they may not want to admit them. So they may get a little bit meaner, or just kind of pull back. Either they will get more mean, because what I'm feeling is very much this dynamic of you guys going back and forth with sarcasm, right? So that may be a big clue. Someone that you are kind of like play fighting with, like you are the bane of my existence. And how does that line go? I didn't mean to go into the line. I don't remember what the line is from. Is it Pride and Prejudice? I don't remember. But anyway, but it's like you say you hate them, but you don't. You're actually super fucking attracted to them, and it's just sexual tension everywhere. And you guys don't see it. Everyone else does, but you don't. So it may start off like that, but they may not want to tell you at first. They may not want to accept it truthfully. And I feel like maybe that's why they may they may try to keep this unbothered persona, but it's gonna be low-key like obvious. But I feel like they're gonna try to keep it hidden in some way. But and eventually I feel like you're going to see that they're actually pretty romantic, or at least they are very I'm hearing a specific word in Spanish, but I don't think I can like translate it directly, because I'm going to describe the type of person. So this is the type of person that pays attention to detail. Like, we have a specific word for that, but I can't find the word in my head. Maybe it doesn't exist. But there's someone that pays attention to detail, and in the sense of that maybe they won't express that they love you, but they may like pay attention to what type of coffee you drink, how you like it, right? If you said, I don't like roses, I like this flower, right? They're going to remember that shit. So it's like they remember like the small little things. And it may be really subtle in the sense that they don't really say it. Like, I got these because they're your favorite. They're not gonna say that. They're just gonna show up with your favorite type of chocolate, okay? Or they're just gonna show up with, I don't know, like, you like to eat at Taco Bell. They're gonna be like, here you go. A fucking, like, a Visa card with money for you to go to Taco Bell. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like these things that they do that are not overt in the sense that they don't say it, but it's like they're more about doing than saying it. So like you may notice that they like you not because they say anything, just because they're doing shit for you that's like, okay, this is something that someone that cares would do, right? So you may actually have to make the first move on this one, because this one's a little bit tricky. They're fucking stubborn. So, but yeah, they're super sweet. I feel like that's really cute. I find it really cute when people are like they're in denial. They're like, no, I don't like that person. Fuck you. And they're trying to like be sarcastic and try to seem mean. But for me, it's low-key cute. Like, I just find it super fucking adorable that you're trying to hide it right now. So this is the type of person that I would look at. I'll be like, oh, you are adorable. They would be mad about that. Like, I would say that, and they're the type of person to get mad about it because they don't want to be seen as weak in any way. They got their shit together, right? They earned all of this. You will treat me with respect. That's how it feels. Which I just find super fucking cute. So let's look at your cards. You have you and your loved ones are safe, New Moon and Cancer. So like I said, this could be also your zodiac signs. But I also said this in like the first reading. This can be also like the moon phase under which you meet them. So you may meet them under a new moon in the sign of Cancer, or even around the time of what, like the general time that is allotted to Cancer in the calendar, which is end of June, most of July. So it could be around that time as well. Well, let's see. Let me get you some numbers. I'm going to get some angel numbers. This may be your birthday, their birthday, important dates. Just maybe angel numbers are going to see around the time that you meet them. Let's get into it. So this may be a little bit loud, so I'm just warning you. There it is. There it is. 344. You can move these numbers around however you want. You may add them up, change them up. You can Google like their actual meaning. I'm not gonna tell you the meaning because I'm not a numerologist. I really don't know shit about most numbers. I know some basic things, but I wouldn't dare tell you about it because I'm not an expert. I don't feel like adequate telling you stuff about it. So feel free to Google those numbers. 44. They're calling my attention to the 4-4. Maybe there's something about April 4th or something like that. If you are on the older spectrum of most people that watch me, this person may be 44 years old, or you may be 44. So you may be around that age bracket, right? Because to me, it feels like there's not someone that is pretending to have their shit together. They actually have their shit together. So I would assume that is someone that is older, towards middle age, right? Because let's be honest, very few people in their 20s have their shit together. So just saying. So it may be around that time for you. If that doesn't resonate, do not take it, okay? Don't worry about it. So that is all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. EST. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do love my updates of the channel over there, and also in my community tab. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash in the description down below. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, for you power through with the rabbit. That is your reading. Like I said in the beginning, I'm going to be interpreting these because they're from my Magpie Oracle. So, well, actually, before I say that, I'm going to say something else before I forget, because this happens to me a lot when I'm doing readings. I usually cleanse. I have a little bell right here that I use to cleanse, so I'm not using smoke because I'm currently sick and coughing like a... No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Anyway, and while I'm cleansing, I ask to be connected to the energy of the people that I'm going to be reading for, just so I get something more accurate. I usually also ask for permission, like energetically, so I can read for you and this other person, because I don't like reading without permission. It's hard to get permission over the internet, but I like to do it anyway. And usually when I do that, I start immediately getting intuitive things. Sometimes it's a song, sometimes it's a word. But for your reading, I did an obscene gesture, just not even thinking. And then I got a card while I was putting away the cards for this deck from the past reading. I was putting the cards away and shuffling, so it would be well shuffled for your reading and you wouldn't get the same cards. But the obscene gesture that I did, I'm going to do right now. I'm politely gonna flip you off. I went like this, like this. It's like someone doing this gesture to you. And the first thing I thought is like, oh, this is a spicy person. And like, they are like, they may have this type of personality where they are like the bad boy. And they may be like mildly mean to some people, or they may come off as mean. They're actually not, but it's like they remind me of a specific person, like in terms of their personality. And it's like they seem super, like they have the hardest shell. Like they look like the type of person they would be like, oh yeah, I'm fucking afraid of you because you look like you're gonna be like you're gonna beat me up. They're not, but it's like that energy that they give off, and it's like, do not fuck with me. But it's like they did that, but it was like a joke. Like to me, it felt like a joke, like going, ha, fuck you. Like it felt like that. I don't know. It was really funny to me. But then when I was shuffling, putting the cards away, the Two of Wands came up, and the Two of Wands in this deck, I'm not gonna get it out because I saw it before I started your reading. If it comes out, I'll take it, but I'm just mentioning it because I noticed it. In that Two of Wands, pardon, there are two people sitting in front of each other, and they're kind of playing with each other's feet under the table. So kind of like the woman is kind of rubbing the guy's leg with her foot. And they're kind of flirting. There's like this tension going on, but they're not really doing anything. It's like a teasing kind of energy. So I feel like you and this person, you may tease each other a lot. There's this playful energy around you. So it's like the type of flirting where it's teasing, or where you low-key insult each other, but it's like for other people may be mildly horrified or like concerned and be like, oh, that's a horrible person, but for you this is like your sense of humor, and that's okay. So that's what I saw, and I wanted to mention it. So you have the little rabbit, and the rabbit Jesus Christ, sorry. This is my third reading, so my throat is already fucked up. I had strep throat, so that's why I didn't do a video last week, because I couldn't speak. So the rabbit is a symbol of good luck to me in the oracle, but to me it also signifies fertility. If we're going to take it one step further, considering it's like about love, you and this person may be, I'm gonna say it, fucking like rabbits. Like, to be honest, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go into detail, but it's coming up, so I'm just gonna say it. So you may be very much sexual with this person a lot. That could also be how your relationship starts, basically. But yeah, there's a lot of sexual compatibility. I'm not gonna get into details, like I said, but I have to mention it if it comes up. And also with the rabbit, this could be somebody's Chinese zodiac sign. You can look that up. Like, they have animals specifically, like I'm a snake. There's rabbit, there are rats, there's a rat, there's an ox. For one of you, it could be a rabbit, or you may meet them in like the year of the rabbit. I don't know what year we're in the Chinese year. Very horrible of me. I have Chinese ancestors and I'm like, I can't keep up with that shit. But also you may meet them around the Easter time, the spring equinox. That time, it could be a very important time for you. It could also be around the time that you have a birthday, or they do, but around that time. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this away. I'm going to look at this at the end, and I'm going to get to shuffling your tarot. I'm going to be using this deck to see how you're going to meet them, and this deck to see who they are. So let me take a break to drink water, and I'll get to shuffling. Jeez. If you want to skip this part, you can go ahead and do that, because I'm going to be shuffling everything. Jeez. I'm going to be shuffling everything right now to get all the cards. So how is pile 3 going to meet this person that they're romantically interested in, next in love? How are they going to be meeting this person? The oldest. I don't know why I found that funny. I know it's the Hierophant. That's the Hierophant, but the first thing I thought was like, oh, this person is old. They're not old. They could be, but what I'm feeling is I just find that really funny. Maybe that's like a little inside joke between the two of you where you call this person old. They may be like a few months older than you, but you may be like, okay, mom. So you just kind of treat them like they're older, but it's kind of like a playful insult, that type of stuff. It's really funny. Okay. How are you gonna meet this person? 4 of Visions, 4 of Cups. My God. How are you gonna meet this person? Eight of Cups. Interesting. Weird. Who is this person? I'm very sing-songy during your reading. That is the Ace of Swords. Very much sing-songy during your reading. Sometimes I sing, like a little bit, during my readings, just in life in general, because I'm very like, I don't know, hyper, I guess. But I'm singing a lot during your reading, so maybe you guys like to sing. One of you likes to sing. They may not even sing, just go around humming and shit. I'm literally seeing someone in the kitchen singing as they're cooking. So, who is this person? Your pile is so far the most sexual out of all of them, because even though I'm using this deck, I don't necessarily get exclusively sexual messages, but like the first thing that came through for me with this is literally one of you, most likely whoever is a woman, being more dominant, or maybe you kind of, it's like you keep up with this other person, but whoever is the woman eventually kind of dominates, especially more sexually. Okay, so because that's right there, and that's the first thing I thought of. So who is this person? Oh shit, the King of Swords. Sorry, I'm already getting a lot. I don't know why your reading is like this, but it's how it is, and I'm gonna take it. And Death. This person is so... Not even the woman. Like, I'm saying the woman because it's right here. One of you, but I feel like it's specifically this person. Very dominant. Not that you are not, but it's like they're more so. And if you are kind of like, if you consider yourself more dominant, you may be fighting back with me about this. I mean, like, them more than me. There's no way. But to me, it really feels like, you're going head to toe with this person. Like, there's a power struggle. So you see here the Ace of Swords, the female in this card. These cards are not LGBTQ friendly. I don't care. I am LGBTQ friendly. So take this as it resonates. I'm simply describing the people in the cards. So the female in this card, the woman in this card, she is being the dominant one. She is literally tying this dude up on a bed, right? But in this King of Swords, the woman is kneeling and the man is in the more dominant position. So to me, it feels like you guys are competing, like you are each other's competition for power in some way. And it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that you are actively competing, like for a position in some way, for a job, for entrance somewhere. But it just feels like your personalities are both very strong. So it's kind of like you're always trying to win over the other. So you're very competitive with each other specifically. But it's like very stimulating for the both of you. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so much fucking sexual energy in this reading. Fuck. Said I was gonna keep coughing, but no. Like, it's very, very intense. And specifically with the Death card, a lot of Scorpio energy. Taurus as well. Both fixed signs. Fixed signs are very fucking stubborn. So both of you may be fixed signs, which is Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. Or you may have like very strong placements in those. But like what's being highlighted the most, it's how like your actual relationship with this person, before you even get to date, maybe even after, but specifically before, it's kind of like you're competing, and that competition turns into more, I would say, aggressive flirting, where it gets to a point where you're literally trying to make the other person flustered on purpose, and then you get to like maybe the actual relationship. But that's what's being highlighted the most. Like, I'm not even talking about how you meet this person. So I have the Four of Cups and the Eight of Cups, and the first thing that came to mind when I saw these two is that you may meet them at a time in your life where you are feeling is not lost, the word that I'm looking for. It feels like disengaged. Like things feel kind of bleak. Like there isn't a lot going on and you're kind of wishing for excitement, and this person is going to be the excitement. I did like a little shoulder shimmy, but you can't see me. I don't know, like the excitement. But yeah, they, I feel like maybe you meet them when you are, I'm feeling very much like a walk through the park that you do every day, and you see the exact same thing every day. So not at a place that you're necessarily new at, just doing kind of like your daily life things. Maybe going to the grocery store, maybe walking through a park, maybe walking through campus if you are in college, or maybe you're at work. Just the same old thing you do every fucking day that feels very fucking bleak, okay? But then you kind of meet this person and there's like this immediate spark going off, except it's not like, oh my god, you are the love of my life. It's, oh my god, I want to annoy the shit out of you. Because you see each other's personality. And it just naturally becomes that. So I love that. Like I actually love that. You may have like a lot of like intelligent conversations with this person. Like there isn't a topic that is off limits. If there are other people around you, they may literally get up and leave because you guys won't shut up about like politics or sports or literally anything, movies, video games, just anything. You will argue about it. And it's not even like arguing, it's just like this back and forth. And I feel like at times you may even disagree with each other on purpose. It's not like you actually disagree, it's just to keep keep everything going. It's so funny. I would love to see this in real life. So yeah, you may meet them like that, but it just in general, I'm not seeing like a specific place. I gave you several examples, but it's just like you meet them while doing something completely uneventful. That's how it feels to me. But then here comes the event, which is them. Let me get you your Oracle. You got new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. I love how you have like the Pisces symbol here because I don't know, I really do feel like you guys are basically the exact same. Like pile 2, you were like, okay, you guys are mostly opposites. You are the exact same. Well, not exactly the same, but you know what I mean? Like you are so alike, and that's why you clash, and that's why you end up liking each other. That's how I'm seeing it. So the reason I got this card was mainly for the zodiac signs. So someone may have like Pisces something. But it could also be like around the time that you meet them. So Pisces is the end of February, most of March. So you may meet them around this time. So maybe after Valentine's Day. Like I said, one of you may be a Pisces. Or you may meet them around the moon phase that's here. So a new moon, or specifically a new moon in Pisces. So just look at that, see what comes up for you. And let me get you some angel numbers. These may be numbers that you see repeated around you when you meet this person. Maybe their birthday, your birthday, just any numbers that may be significant, maybe when you meet them or something like that. So let me get you some of these numbers. This may be loud, so I'm just warning you. 5, 6, 6. Immediately what I thought was May 6. So that may be a birthday. Or just like an important date. But yeah, you may look at these numbers however you want. You can Google the meaning numerologically for any of these. You may add them up, combine them together in any order. That is completely up to you, whatever you feel like doing. But yeah, those are your numbers. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. EST. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do have my updates about the channel over there, and also in my community tab. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye.